Hey, my name's Ashwin. I'm here doing the finance project for Professor Nezaf's 3078 Finance and Investments class here at Georgia Tech at the Clough Lounge, and I'm going to be asking some random strangers their thoughts on finance and investments. So let's see who we can ask. Let's go check those guys out. Hey guys, my name's Ashwin.
Sean.
Hey Sean.
Eric.
Hey Eric.
Nice to meet
I'm a student in finance and investments, and was wondering if I could interview you guys for a quick 5 or 10 minutes to ask you a few questions about your thoughts on on finances, investments, stocks, and those types of questions. So, could you spare me a few minutes?
Yeah, go for it.
Awesome, thanks.
Okay.
Alright, cool. So, Eric, first go ahead and just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh, okay. Eric, I'm a third year here at Georgia Tech. I'm originally from California. I'm an economics major. And I was just working here on some code, and Ashwin came up to talk to me, so yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's just get started right away. One of the things that we want to know in this class are to kind of understand what people's financial understanding of finance and investments are.
Okay.
And it seems like you're an economics major, so you might actually have a leg up here.
Okay.
Let's just start off with the first question. What is the biggest financial decision of your life so far, and how have you prepared for it?
I'd say the biggest financial decision was figuring out with my parents how we were going to structure paying for college.
Okay.
Being out of state, we don't get hope, or we don't get, that much benefit. So it was still fairly expensive to come here, not as expensive when compared to a regular private school, which would probably run around $60,000 a year, everything included. Georgia Tech's about $36.40, so it's still cheaper, but much more expensive than if I had stayed in California and gone to UCLA, which I did get into, so that was an option. But I wanted to come here. My parents wanted to support me coming here, so we talked about how we would structure, what they could help with, what I would have to put up, and that kind of thing. So I'd say that's definitely the biggest thing to affect my life so far.
So with regards to your end of the deal where you're paying, what preparations have you made financially for that, and what do you anticipate making?
I've really tried to save almost everything.
Okay.
Really, almost everything. My parents pay for some things, mostly food related. So if there's any other money that comes by, I had an internship 2 summers ago. I made a little money doing a few freelance things this summer, and I really tried to just put those away.
Okay.
And bank them. So. Yeah.
So the money that you got from your internships and the money that you got from those other freelance things, did you invest those?
Yeah, I did. I did invest them.
How do you invest? What's your investing strategy?
I mostly do stock investment, some options trading sometimes, but
okay.
Mostly just regular stock investment.
Okay, so what is your general strategy with investments? How long do you keep your investments? Where do you invest, and how do you decide where to invest?
Well, that's a complicated thing, but for the most part, I try to take a long-term view. Being really young, and everyone our age being really young, it affords a lot of benefits when you look at how investments tend to compound over the years, and so if you get a head start on the compounding effect, you can have a good amount of money even if you don't start out with too much. $2,000, $3,000, which would be a normal savings for like someone our age. If you're really trying to save, could turn into a lot of money by the time you get out of college, or by the time you may need it for a down payment on a house or something like that.
Okay.
So,
with regards to paying off your college, do you have a specific strategy? Are you planning to use your compounding money from your investments to pay that off, or?
Ideally I wouldn't have to. That kind of all depends on what happens after graduation and the kind of job I get, where I decide to live. If I stay here in Atlanta, it's much cheaper. Housing is much cheaper than going back to California. But then I won't be in California with my friends, my family, and stuff. But I have friends here and stuff. So I'd say the next biggest decision probably is figuring out where to live and how that's going to affect my living expenses and things.
Right.
And
do you anticipate investing more in the future? Or?
Yeah, I do. I like it. I learn a lot about it, and I enjoy learning about it, and it's fun. It hurts when you lose money, but for the most part, it's a learning process. So.
With regards to learning from your investments, what's the biggest thing that you've learned?
Well, for a while, I've been close to obsessed with Warren Buffett and his investing strategies. When I first heard about him, I was impressed, and then the more I read about his strategies and how, like many people, he's old now, but people forget, just like Bill Gates and Steve Jobs, that he used to be a wonderkind. So that kind of inspired me to read more about him, and what he does is very, very strict value investing for the long haul and very easily managed. Not a lot, no day trading or things like that. So that's mostly the strategy I've taken. There have been some riskier investments I've looked into and stuff, and I have at times participated in them, but still they're riskier, but they're still long-term plays.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like it'll be a risky company, like a high-growth company that could either go bankrupt or be really successful, but I'm still, it's still a long-term thing, like 3 to 5 years, 7 years, 10 years. The company could do really well.
Okay. Got it. All right. Thank you so much, Eric.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's been interesting talking to you.
Thanks.